Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In our last video, we explored the concepts of scalar and vector quantities. Today we are talking the next step, adding and subtracting vectors. Let's get started. As a quick reminder, vectors have both magnitude and direction. They are like arrows that represent physical quantities. The length of the arrows corresponds to the magnitude, and the direction it points in represents well the direction. This makes vectors more complex than simple scalars, and it requires a bit more attention when performing operation on them. To kick things off, let's start with a simple example of adding distances. Imagine we are covering 60 kilometers and then an additional 30 kilometers. When it comes to distances, adding them is straightforward. We simply add the magnitudes 60 plus 30 equals 90. No need to worry about directions here. Now let's step into the world of vector quantities by adding displacements. Consider we are moving 60 kilometers to the east and then 30 kilometers north. The red arrow shows the displacement. Unlike distances, displacements have both magnitude and direction. To visualize this, we will use graphical method. We start by joining the tail of the second vector to the head of the first, creating a triangle. The third vector, from the tail of the first to the head of the second, is our resultant displacement. Let's take any vectors as a and b. This a and b can be a force, velocity or any other vector. Let's add our vectors a and b. When you add two vectors, you combine their magnitudes and directions graphically. It's like moving from the initial point of the first vector to the final point of the second vector. The resultant is a new vector, often called the resultant vector. The sum a plus b is a new vector that captures the combined effect of a and b. Remember, the order in which you add them matters. A plus b might not be the same as b plus a.